From Hollywood, it's America's #1 pop music show, America's Top 10 with Casey Kasem. This week, you'll see Stevie Nicks, the Little River Band, Charlie McClain,
and I can't forget you sleeping with the radio on.
an update on the Turtles. Plus, exclusive reviews of the top 10 on Billboard's pop, soul, country, and album charts for the week ending October 25th, 1981. Now, here's Casey Kasem.
Thanks, Charlie, and hello again, everybody. Welcome to America's Top 10. Let's get right to the action on Billboard's pop singles chart this week and take a look at the 10 biggest hits on the chart. Debuting at number 10, Rick Springfield's follow-up to his #1 smash, Jesse's Girl. It's called I've Done Everything for You. Rick Springfield is one of 2 Australian acts in this week's Top 10. The other, at number 9, is the Little River Band with Night Owls. Up a notch to number 8, Dan Fogelberg and Hard to Say. In her 10th week in the Top 10, Stevie Nicks is at number 7 with Stop Dragging My Heart Around. At number 6 is the most successful duo to ever come out of Philadelphia, Daryl Hall and John Oates with Private Eyes. Eddie Rabbitt's recent #1 country song holds at number 5 on the pop chart for a second week. It's called Step by Step. Scottish lassie Sheena Easton is at number 4 with the theme from the James Bond movie For Your Eyes Only. At number 3, again this week, is the 20th top 10 hit for the Rolling Stones, Start Me Up. After 9 weeks at number 1, Diana Ross and Lionel Richie hold on for a second week at number 2 with Endless Love. And that means that another movie theme song is at number 1 for the second week. With the most popular song in the land, it's Christopher Cross with Arthur's Theme, The Best That You Can Do. Now, our Pop Spotlight Song of the Week. It's by an Australian band whose original name was Mississippi. But you know, that didn't take too well with the people in Australia, and they began to give them a hard time about naming themselves after an American river. And this 6-man band agreed with their critics. Problem was, they couldn't agree on a new name. At least not until the day the band drove through a small town outside of Melbourne. A tiny town that consisted of just 5 houses and a pub. That's when they decided to honor that tiny town by naming themselves after it. And that's how Mississippi became the Little River Band. In our Pop Spotlight, here they are with the Night Owls. In our Pop Spotlight, the Australian Little River Band singing about night people, the Night Owls. Take a look at this. Along with the #1 LP this week, there are 5 former #1 albums on this week's chart. At number 10, Moody Blues took Long Distance Voyager to the top. At number 7, Pat Benatar went to #1 with Precious Time. At number 5, Stevie Nicks went to #1 with Belladonna. At number 4, Four was a #1 album by Foreigner. And at number 2, Journey had a #1 LP with Escape. And of course, there's the current #1 LP, which has been at the top for 6 consecutive weeks now for the Stones. The most popular album in the land, the Rolling Stones' Tattoo You. Now, our album Spotlight Song of the Week. It's by a woman with a smoky, haunting voice and a lot of creative ambition. You see, in recent months, along with finishing her first solo album and working with Fleetwood Mac on their next LP, Stevie Nicks has taken on a heap of new projects. They include writing her autobiography, writing a book of children's fairy tales, and turning Fleetwood Mac's big hit Rhiannon, on which she sang lead, into a ballet. Now, in her spare time, she's busy writing songs for her next solo album. That's one busy lady. And she's in our album Spotlight this week. Stevie Nicks with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Stop Dragging My Heart Around. In our album Spotlight, Stevie Nicks with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers and Stop Dragging My Heart Around from her LP, #1 LP, Belladonna. Now, it's time to remind you that there are only a few days left for entering our 2nd annual Favorite Artist Contest. To enter, all you need is a postcard. And just list your favorite recording artist, solo or group, number them from 1 to 3. Your entry must be postmarked by Monday, October 26th. and received by America's Top 10 before October 31st, 1981. We'll then tabulate the top 10 favorite artists and feature them in a special America's Top 10 countdown the week ending November the 8th. All entries listing the top 3 vote-getters in proper order will be put into a special drawing. Now, here's Charlie Tuna to tell you about the more than $15,000 in prizes and where to mail your entry.
The first place prize winner will receive the Datsun 310 two-door deluxe sedan, economical 1.5-liter engine, rack and pinion steering, front disc brakes, independent suspension, steel-belted radials. 310 two-door deluxe sedan, furnished by Datsun, tax and license not included. Our second place prize winner will receive a week for 2 at the Fiesta Las Tulas Hotel, Tennis Club, and Resort Condominium Development. Air-conditioned gourmet restaurant, swimming pools on lush tropical beach in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, furnished by Fiesta Las Tulas Hotel. Round-trip airfare from Los Angeles will be furnished by Pacific Southwest Airlines. PSA, the original low-fare airline. Catch our smiles as PSA takes you to the glorious beaches of the Mexican Riviera at Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Plus, American Tourister Spectrum casual soft-sided luggage, designed to go the distance. It's not just how good it looks, it's how long it looks good. Spectrum, furnished by American Tourister. Our 12 third-place winners will receive Sound Design's new vertical integrated audio unit. Combines the look of beautiful furniture with an exciting complete home stereo system, furnished by Sound Design. There is only 1 entry per person, so remember, list in order your 3 favorite artists, single or group on a standard-size postcard, and mail contest entries only to Your Favorite Artist Contest. Post Office Box AT10, Hollywood, California, 90028. Back to you, Casey.
Thank you, Charlie. And let me remind you that your postcards must be postmarked no later than Monday, October 26th. Good luck. Well, now it's time to turn to the country chart and take a look at the 10 most popular country songs in America this week. Debuting at number 7 with his 12th top 10 hit on the country chart, a man who's also gone to the top 10 many times on the pop chart, 9 times as a matter of fact, country and pop star Kenny Rogers. His debut record, Share Your Love With Me. The new number 1 song on the country chart this week is by Charley Pride. And it's Charley Pride's 25th number 1 country song. By the way, first place with number 1 country songs is still Conway Twitty with 31 songs that went to the top. Most popular country song in the land this week, Charley Pride and Never Been So Loved.
I've never been so loved in all of my life. I've never felt the way I feel tonight.
Now, our country spotlight song of the week. It's by a woman who was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee, and might never have started singing professionally if she'd been allowed to visit her father in the hospital. You see, when Charlie McLean was only 9 years old, her dad came down with tuberculosis. And because TB is infectious, Charlie wasn't allowed to visit her father. So instead, Charlie and her brother would record messages for their dad on a tape recorder, and after a while began to record songs for him too. Songs that would cheer him up. And these duets led to Charlie and her brother forming a band which played at dances and clubs around Memphis. Well, after 15 long years and a lot of hard work, Charlie McLean is in our country spotlight with her 15th hit song, Sleeping with the Radio On.
Sleeping with the radio on. It's the only way I can make it till dawn. Sleeping with the radio on. You're on my mind, and I can't forget more of those nights on my own. Sleeping with the radio on.
In our country spotlight, Charlie McLean and Sleeping with the Radio On. Well, now it's time for our trivia question. Comes to us from a viewer in Missouri who wants to know who is the most successful black artist in the history of the Billboard chart. Well, it's one of these 3. Diana Ross, Stevie Wonder, or Nat King Cole. I have details coming up. Now, let's answer that trivia question. It comes to us from Tammy Kaiser of Columbia, Missouri, who watches the show on Channel 17. Now, Tammy wants to know who is the most successful black artist in the history of the Billboard pop chart. Well, the 3 leaders are Nat King Cole, Diana Ross, and Stevie Wonder. Let's count them down from number 3 to number 1. Third place, Nat King Cole, who along with all of his hits, hit number 1 4 times. Second place, along with all of his hits, he hit number 1 6 times, Stevie Wonder. And in first place among black artists on the pop chart, the woman who's been to number 1 a fantastic 18 times, solo and along with the Supremes, I'm talking about Diana Ross, the most successful black artist in the history of the pop chart. And there's your answer, Tammy. Diana Ross. Thanks for writing in.
And because America's Top 10 used Tammy's question, she'll receive Edison's energy-efficient comfort sensor heater. Features thermostatic control and fan-forced air circulation to give your whole room warmth without worry. Furnished by Edison Comfort Sensor Heater. And the signature fragrances of Ole Cassini. A world of elegance and style. Brought to you by Jovan. So it doesn't cost you the world. And Pilot Tower Audio System with AM/FM stereo tuner, integrated amplifier, record changer, cassette recorder, plus speakers. Furnished by Pilot, a division of Morse Electro Products Corporation.
Well, that wraps up our show for this week. Now, next week we'll be seeing performances by Australian Rick Springfield and Luther Vandross, who'll sing his #1 soul song. Plus, an update on the Buffalo Springfield. Till then, keep your feet in the ground and keep reaching to the stars.